You can't beat Nico, can you?
Jesus Christ, man. Hang on a minute.
You can't beat Nico.
You want me to do the weather thing this morning?
Yeah, Steve, come on and do the weather, would you, mate?
Christ. Hang on, let me get you 2 seconds, Steve.
Do the. Thanks, mate.
That doesn't answer the 7:30.
You can't even find the key in here.
It's winter. No one wants to be open, mate. It's winter. Can't you tell? No sailing conditions, and it's too cold. You can't live in a t-shirt. It's winter, mate. That's why we can't sail in Croatia in November, because it's winter, and that's why the bathrooms aren't open.
I just thought it was soft because I needed a jumper on. I feel much better now that no one can leave. You can't live in just a t-shirt.
No, I'm being completely sarcastic, though,
I know
don't you?
you
Yeah,
are,
good. Just checking.
Yeah,
All right, let's see what that other camera looks like. Let's see what that other
if you
camera looks
suggest
like. XL camera. I'm already live. I'm just waiting for you. Lovro's on. Good morning. Well, that's a pretty good shot. It's got all your knickers in it, though. It's absolutely fine. It's just got the look. That's nice. That's nice.
No, it's lifted up.
No, that's all right.
Sure.
Yeah. Shows a bit of this, bit of that. Oh, he's lifting up anyway.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's fine.
Is that better?
That's exactly the same. But
Oh, shit.
it's all good.
Oh, it is.
It's all good. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lovro. Welcome to the live stream. I've got my orange pill Barocca here. Oh, and my coffee. So, welcome back to another weather update. We're coming to you live from Kut in Vis. Very, very nice here this morning. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of a wave into the bay, like very small. Like you can see we're rocking just over here, just a little bit. But yesterday afternoon it was quite busy. It was also very, very what's the word? I was there was a lot of bigger boats, or the ferry. It's like the ferry was coming in and out just for fun, just for kicks, to watch the boats all kick around. Because when the ferry weight comes in here, it really slops some boats around, and it just seemed to be doing that a lot. But everyone's here. There we go. Blair, good morning. Nico, good morning. But no, Chris still isn't here. If you want to show that you're first, you've got to comment first, mate. Calypso's dinghy looks tired. It does look a little tired, doesn't it? It does look a little tired. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, a little bit. Well, you know what? It's been well used, and all of the dinghies are looking tired in the morning because of the temperature change. So it's a lot cooler. In the day they've got good pressure. In the morning they don't. All right, let's pop straight back here. So weather yesterday, as we said, we had that very light. Oh no, we had a decent forecast. 10 to 12 knots northwest, and that is exactly what we got. And the afternoon was a fantastic sail. I don't know if I have any of the stuff here. I sent this to someone. No, that was Marie. That was Marie coming through doing 9.2 knots apparently. Very nice. Bavaria 51. And then I had some stuff from Mila Felice. Where's that? That was really, really cool. So we sailed. First of all, we had a really nice time in Veligashka in the morning, and then we sailed. Motored over to the Pakini Islands and did some anchoring with lines to the shore, practicing that. Who took that one on there? That's Felice, one of the 460s cruising along. That's way overexposed. You're not going to be able to see that. Anyway, I'm not going to show my phone because I'm just proving how unorganized I am with having my clips on buttons, so I can just show you properly. But anyway, my brain's going to kick in a moment. It's going to kick in a moment. Okay, here it goes. That was a great procedure. But we still actually had a breeze in the morning, so there was about 8 to 12 knots running from like 9 o'clock. Which wasn't expected. I expected it to be calm and then only pick up with the sea breeze. And then when we left, we had up to 15 knots yesterday, which was fantastic. So we had good sailing conditions. Everyone was sailing between 6 and 9 knots. I think we had 8.7 or something like that. But generally, we were going close hauled at about 7.7, 7.8, 8.1, which was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that's how I forecast went, and that wind held through till about 5 p.m. then started to drop off a little bit, and then the swell didn't drop off until around about now. All right. Good morning from California, Thomas. Good morning. Good morning, Sasha. Good morning to Kut. Yep, very good. I'll show Kut again. There we go. Nico. Sure am. I must have missed something. Oh, are you watching the America's Cup match? Hello from next door. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's get into today's weather. Is one of the reasons why we're here. Okay, predict wind. Let's go. All right. I'm going to do a refresh just in case. Just in case that's not my latest system going on there. Okay, so this was the day we were worried about. It's funny, we're worried about days that are quiet. We're not worried about days that are windy. Worried about days that are quiet. All right, so let's just play. Oh, my mouse, is this flat? It must be flat. My mouse isn't working. All right, and play this through. The reason I'm more worried about this is because we've got a change happening. And when you have a change happening, it's more likely to stay dead, and the sea breeze doesn't get to have its chance to heat stuff up and come through. So that's why I'm worried about it, because look, all the way through, and then we're at 5 o'clock until anything happens, and then it happens in a very strange way. You see this ridge? Out here that's formed? You see it start to form as a very calm spot and a little bit of weirdly east wind over here by Italy, and then it just kind of shifts over and it turns into a ridge across us here, and then we're looking at a east wind, which is realistically going to turn into a northeast, because that's what we get here coming off the mountains, and that's late tonight though. So potential northeast to be a bit stronger than everyone thinks in the night. So just that, yeah, and I trust, hang on, what's this? ECMWF GFS. Ooh, I tend to trust, I said this yesterday and I can't remember which way. I always forget which way this goes around, whether I think GFS is better on the northeast or if it's ECMWF. But if you know anything I've said before, it's that when we have anything northeast, any northeast drift forecast, is we just be aware of it. Okay, so like with this forecast, as I see here for overnight, because this is later into the evening, I would not be anchoring anywhere on a northeast exposed coast. Okay, so like if you were saying, oh, we'll just anchor over here in Chiovo, or I'm going to go to Supatar, someplace like Supatar, no way, in a northeast, because it's that drift and katabatic that can come off the mountain, which is potentially going to kick something up and be a lot stronger than that forecast is lending it to be. These bays over here, down in here would be all right, maybe hooked around, but this stuff would get exposed, even out here. So that's because you've got these high mountains. You've got Vidivogorda, your Brač here, and you've got Makarska, Omij, and the mountain range up here from Mosor. All of that stuff is going to produce that katabatic wind overnight, especially with the changing temperatures we've got. So I'd be very, very careful of that if I was picking an anchorage for tonight with that northeast. So we're heading to Marstonleitza. We're going to leave a little bit later. Hopefully a little bit of something will have built by then, but it's not looking very promising, because that's not till 8 o'clock till we get there. Now looking into Thursday night, because this is one I'm very interested in. Okay, Thursday night, and all you charterers, is Thursday. Thursday's looking quite calm as well still, but Thursday night with a proper southeaster come through, and we're planning on being at Drvenik Valley on Thursday night, and on the pier here at Drvenik Valley. Now it's very sheltered there as far as flat water and everything goes, though we will be anchoring and stern onto the dock there mid-mooring, and that will be in a position which the wind is pushing us onto the dock. So we want to make sure our anchors are really, really well set in there, and we've got as much chain out as we can get out, just in case this does kick up to the 15 or 20 knots, 19 knots out here. What are we looking at? Into the hours of the morning that I'm worried about. But again, it's not a massive forecast, but we always run a little bit careful on that. And they're both saying very, very similar things, so that makes full sense. So that's what we've got coming through. Looking a little bit ahead for next week and Friday. You got Friday, Saturday morning with this lovely push in with the southeast here. So you're going to get the swell coming through and pushing up to the coast, giving you some waves out here on the south side of the east, on south of Korchalagua, all that sort of stuff, and running right down into the Kornati. Those fetch is there. What was the other thing I was just thinking then? Yes, we're coming back to tonight. Okay, tonight and now. So if you were listening, if you were local when you were here and you're listening to the VHF yesterday, then you should have heard you should have heard security warnings and etc. And then maybe even heard, well, not maybe, if you heard the security warning, you go follow off, go to the other channel and listen to that warning. So they'll tell you in the security message on channel 16, hey, we've got a gale warning or we've got a navigational hazard, go to these channels to listen. They'll broadcast this in English language and then Croatian language. And you go off to that channel and listen. Now, we were sailing at the time and I had my VHF strapped to my bra, as we call it, so I hear all of these, and I'm doing this more and more and more, is just wearing that VHF right up here so I can access that message. Now, the last message I picked up is we're coming between Brač and Vis, between Vis and Hua, is a gale warning for one, the Velebit channel, okay, which is up, that mouse is, I've got to move that mouse away because I instinctively grab it, which is up here, okay, no, that's Shibboleth out, Velebit's up, I've got to move out, Velebit up here, look at the difference, okay, so let's just zoom out high level on that. This is the Velebit channel, and they gave us a gale warning for that. Now look, that forecast doesn't look that crazy, does it? All right, we're talking 40 to 50 knots because the Velebit channel produces weather. It absolutely produces weather. It's incredible. So they had a gale warning there, and then I also heard something about locally for Dubrovnik, and that didn't make sense to me. Because they weren't talking about Friday, they were talking about there. But maybe because this was looking at pushing further up closer to Dubrovnik, I'm not sure. But definitely they had a gale warning up for the Velebit channel up there, which we needed to be careful of. So listen out on those VHF warnings because that's going to give you the warnings that come through that are really important. And what's the Croatian meteorological DHMZ? And then head over here to, if you miss these warnings, or even just monitor the DHMZ, because this is Croatian Meteorological and Hydrological Services in the North Adriatic and in the far south of the Adriatic at night, also in part of the Central Adriatic, constant gust of northeast 35 to 45 knots. Still in the morning, risk of fog with paces. So that just tells you that what you might think about your forecasting that you did, there's something else going on that you've missed, or that is more serious than you thought. Okay, so this, and I got not that I got criticized, but people are like, oh, on the apps that I use and stuff, and they're like, what, you sail in Croatia and you don't use DHMZ? And I'm like, well, that's not an app. If they've got an app, I don't know it exists, but that's not an app. That wasn't what I'm talking about in that video. I was talking about apps specifically, and yes, I use Predict Wind, but we certainly use this 100%, and I want you to bookmark this page or whatever it is and have that so that you can just pull up the weather warnings and the forecasts for the area we're in, because that will give you the synopsis as well. And these people, they know what they're talking about. Okay, they know what they're talking about. And when everyone thinks, oh, it's going to be a beautiful day and all these things, and they say, hey, look out, it's going to blow 35 knots, they're generally right. Or at least a lot closer to it than you. It gives you that idea to just kick in. Okay, got a few comments in here. Good morning from O. Where's O? Looking forward to joining your sailing gang if you permit. We just bought a house in Korčula, very cool, planning on a full-time Croatia in 2026, bringing Californian boat, very, very cool. Christian said good morning from Otok Zečevo. Oh, from Zečevo, very nice. When is there not a gale warning in the Velebit channel? The day before yesterday. That was the only day this year there wasn't a gale warning. Yeah, and so what Nico's saying about that? Sorry, what? Yeah, no, he's called Nico today. Gavin152 or what the other names were. What he's talking about there is a gale warning for the Velebit channel all the time. Okay, so you'll hear them all the time. You get a little bit desensitized to them, which is kind of good and bad, because you're like, okay, no, I know that's up there, and I know there's a northeast running and there's a system running, but also it could be, no, that's another Velebit gale warning, so I'm not going to listen to the rest of the message. Be very careful of that, because there's more. And as I said, they said southern Adriatic as well. So if you're in a moment where you just don't have the time to listen to that, then get onto the website and go and read what they're banging on about, because there's always stuff there. Christian's doubling up on his messages, but good morning from Otok Zechevo. I love Otok Zechevo. It's one of my favorite. Are you talking about Otok Zechevo by Verboska on North of Hua? Are you talking about that, Christian? If you know, you know. I love it. All right, I think that is the long and short of it for today. Been on 15 minutes. I've been banging on about something. Let's see what's happening outside the boat. Oh, look at that. Sun's coming up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Very nice. All right. Well, if no more questions are going to roll through, please hit the like button. No, what do we say? Smash the subscribe button. No, anyway. Hit the like button, and share this with these updates with anyone that might be helpful. Oh, I haven't done tomorrow's stream, have I? I'll do it now. But yeah, sign in for tomorrow morning, because we'll be in Maslenica, and heading out to Drvenik. Blair says, sounds good. Thomas and Show, looking forward to seeing you on the water. Yeah, nice. Me too, Thomas. Me too. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to run that cutscene and get out of here.